Okay, I'm here with Bryden, a so-called King Arthur expert. Bryden, is there anything you'd like to say to introduce yourself?
I'm Bryden. I have played King Arthur probably the most out of anyone. When I first started playing the game initially, I actually just played him straight for a year, so I literally only played him. I had every set, but yeah, the people I played with were actually getting sick of the game because I wouldn't play anyone other than Arthur. So I actually had to like switch through several people because they were just like, look, if you're gonna keep playing Arthur, I don't want to play anymore. But I had to make King Arthur work.
The first question, it should be an easy one, I would think, if you've played him that much. What do you like about King Arthur?
Okay, so this is a weird answer, but and it's only slightly sarcastic, but I actually like that he's terrible because in every game I play, I just gravitate towards the characters seen as lower tier, just not just board games, but like anything I play. And so when I heard on the forums that everyone was saying he was weak, I was just determined to try and make him work. I honestly didn't really get him to work really well, but I have found out the best strategies I feel like to make him at least semi decent. But a few things I like about him, just in general, are landing big Excalibur hits. That's always fun, and blocking big hits with Merlin's Bewilderment card. I don't know. There's just something that draws me to play him a lot.
Have you played Smash Bros. Before?
Yes, not a ton, but yes, I have.
Do you play bad characters in that? Does this like extend to like
Well,
every? That's what I instantly started thinking about that. I'm a big fan. I was
yeah.
thinking he plays Pichu.
Oh, see, I don't know who's bad like currently because I know they're on like the 5th game. I think they stopped making it right. They're not
as of
anymore,
now,
but,
yes.
Yeah, so like I when I do play games though, I honestly like I actively like look at tier lists like even before I play, and I will pick the characters who are bad. Always.
That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah, I used to play years ago. I used to play World of Warcraft. I know you're very likely maybe familiar with it. At least you know what it is, I'm assuming.
I am aware of it. Never played it.
Yeah. Well, I would always play like the worst classes there. I'd pick like the weirdest like race class combination. Like I'd play a female dwarf because no one played female dwarves. So like I would always just play the weirdest like thing. That's just what I do.
Now, to get the opposite side of that, what don't you like about King Arthur?
Yeah, I mean, like I don't want to beat a dead horse, and I also don't want to like fault the designers because when Battle Legends Volume 1 was made, it was so early on, and so they didn't have people out there like me or other people in the Discord like trying to min max characters and get the most out of them, and so like I don't blame them at all for Arthur ending up being like on the weaker end. But I will say, like, Lady of the Lake just existing is terrible. The fact that his best card, Excalibur, you might only get to use it once in a game just because you shuffled incorrectly, quote unquote. And so, yeah, I feel like that's just questionable design. But again, like I don't know how he changed, like through testing, and maybe he was too strong at a certain point. Maybe they just over nerfed him. I'm not sure, but I just think Lady of the Lake is like one of the worst cards in the game, just because of it makes him so inconsistent. It's honestly like if they just changed Lady of the Lake to make it so if you grab Excalibur from the deck, you reshuffle Lady of the Lake back in, he would honestly like be fine. But just the fact that that card exists in its current form is what makes him like terrible, and so it's kind of unfortunate.
Where would you rank King Arthur compared to the other fighters in Unmatched?
Yeah, well, no surprise. Like if Buffy characters are excluded, because something I see a lot is I see a lot of people talk about these Buffy characters suck, and like that was me as well. But Justin said I don't know where that they were balanced for 2v2 play. So ever since he said that, I stopped trying to make them work. Actually, after I stopped playing Arthur for a year straight, I went to Spike and Willow only. I was only playing them for a few months because I wanted to try and make them work. But then once I found out that they were balanced for 2v2, I completely stopped because there's no point in that. They're the weakest in the game, the Buffy characters are. Besides Buffy, she's decent, I I guess. I still think she's trash, but King Arthur is in the same tier as like Buffy, Raptors, Jekyll and Hyde, Bloody Mary. Probably right above Jekyll and Hyde and Bloody Mary, I'd say. Some people might disagree and think he's lower than Bloody Mary, Jekyll and Hyde. And the reason I have him higher is Jekyll and Hyde and Bloody Mary I view them as honestly more inconsistent. King Arthur is so tanky, so while what I just said previously where Lady of the Lake, you might have to like use it early and only get one Excalibur off, you don't have to do that. You could just wait till exhaustion, because King Arthur is so tanky, he'll probably make it there. He has 2 Excalibur hits that are going to get fainted. That's 8 damage right there. He has Restless Storms, I believe the name is. I should know the name, but I'm really bad at names. The Merlin scheme that deals 2 damage.
It may be Restless Spirits, I want to say.
Yes, I think that's it. Yep, so that's 10 damage right there. And then he has Ada Morgana, and if you just boost that with anything, they'll faint it most likely, right? And that's 2 damage right there. So just those cards, if you just use those, that's 12 damage. And most fighters have like 13 to 15 HP. So the fact that King Arthur, like when you play the game, you can be pretty certain, like as long as you can make it to exhaustion, which you could just play, like a pansy and just run away, and you'll get there. It's not as fun, but you're almost like guaranteed 12 damage if you play like that. Whereas Jekyll and Hyde, it's just so random. Whether you can land a Forever Hyde, whether you have Jekyll cards in your hand that you could use to dump them. His schemes, the one where you reveal a card and it deals 1 to 3 damage, pretty much. That's too random. And then Bloody Mary is just the most random luck-based character in the game, in my opinion. She's only good if your opponent plays bad, I feel like. So, I just view Jekyll and Hyde and Bloody Mary as more inconsistent.
All right, big question here. How does the King Arthur versus Medusa matchup? How does that look in your eyes?
Completely hopeless, honestly. Like Medusa just has to kill Merlin. I mean, that's the general strategy anyways, but you kill Merlin and then Medusa has 3 movement, King Arthur has 2, so you can attack him once, move 3 spaces away, and now King Arthur has to boost to you. But if he's boosting, he's wasting the card, which is already bad, right? And then she also has 6 discards, opponent discards. So he's just blowing through all of his cards. On top of, if the King Arthur player is new, he's probably boosting his attacks as well, so he's losing cards to boost. So he's just going to die super fast. It's completely hopeless and one-sided. Like I would say 95% of the time Medusa will win. 100% of the time if it's like between 2 competitive players. But there's honestly like no hope in that matchup.
All right. This is the part that Bryden does not know. This is new to him.
Oh boy.
I am going to actually be playing a King Arthur versus Medusa matchup. I'm trying to bring up King Arthur's name by fighting the big 3. I've lost against Sherlock and Bigfoot. What do you think percentage-wise are my chances of beating Medusa?
Who are you playing? That's the question. If you're playing are you playing like your dog or are you playing a human?
I'm playing a user.
Like, who's your opponent?
I'm playing a user on here. His name is Zero Skater.
Oh, okay. And who is Zero Skater playing?
He's playing Medusa.
Oh, he's playing Medusa. Okay. I would. Your chance of winning. I have never played you, so I don't know how good you are. But I know Zero Skater's very good. I played him probably for a year now, actually. And you're playing Zero Skater on Medusa. If Zero Skater was Arthur, he's the only person I would give like more than like a 10% chance for the Arthur to win. The only person, just because he makes weird things work. I don't know. He's like a wizard. But the fact that he's playing Medusa and he's also, I'd say, the best player in the game, I would say you're not going to win. Like, there's a 0% chance you're winning that game.
All right. That's rough. That's I mean, that's not unexpected, but that is rough.
Yeah. Like, no, nothing against you. There's just no way you're winning that.
All right. Final question. Do you have any advice so that I can at least put up a good fight, a good trying chance?
I mean, he's gonna block you off with Harpies, so you're not gonna get King Arthur in to hit Medusa ever unless all the harpies are dead. So I guess just start hitting the harpies right off the bat. If you're against like a new player, I would say, oh, he might leave, Medusa's body like open, so you could just go in and hit her. But he's not going to do that. He's going to go right for Merlin, so maybe maneuver around and try and get Bewilderment. You need to get full value off Merlin's cards, so try and draw your Bewilderments and get good use of them. Obviously, he could attack with a regroup, and you're going to Bewilder. One other thing is, I feel like he's going to, if you maneuver and you throw Merlin out like in melee range, even of like a harpy, and you end your turn, he's going to be like, oh, he has Bewilderment. He's going to use it. If he attacks you first action, it's probably a regroup. So just don't use your Bewilderment. Maybe even just take the hit. And then also, I feel like to get Arthur to his highest potential, you have to be taking undefended hits at least once in the game, preferably twice. And so those hits should come from a harpy, obviously. In the Medusa matchup, if she attacks you with the Gaze of Stone, you're screwed. If she attacks with a second shot, you're screwed. So don't take undefended hits when Medusa is attacking you. But I would take them when a harpy's hitting you. Because, you have a ton of health, so use it as a resource. But you're still going to lose. He's too good of a player to just let you maneuver and, hit with an Excalibur. But, just try and get 2 Excaliburs off. Get, Restless Spirits, that's what it's called, right?
Yep.
And boost attack with Ada Morgana. That's 12 damage over 16 health, and she can't heal. The problem is getting those 3 big hits off with Arthur is going to be really hard. And then you just need to find 4 damage from something else. Maybe 2 Momentous Shifts can maybe do it. But yeah, that's if you survive that long, which I don't think you don't think Arthur can. So.
Okay.
But I will be interested to see it. You should post it somewhere on your YouTube channel or something.
Oh, it'll be part of this video actually that I'm doing right now.
Oh, cool. All right, well, hopefully, I'm hoping you lose so I don't look like an idiot.
What you didn't know is it's a whole rigged thing. He's gonna play terrible. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna cut this part out though. It's just gonna be you. I'm gonna look so good.
Yep, I see that. Are you doing like a best of 3 at least?
No, I was gonna do 1.
Okay, and who gets map choice and position choice?
Oh, I was gonna get map choice. I was gonna give myself the benefit of the doubt.
Okay, maybe pick like some map that you can like cheese in first turn, like attack twice. It's risky, but I feel like that's what you're gonna have to do. Like Sherwood or Yukon, turn 1, double attack with Merlin. You might die turn 1 though if Medusa double attacks you though, so I don't know. But I feel like you have to do something really risky like that if you're gonna have any kind of hope.
Okay, play bold.
Yeah, but I mean, Medusa is the one character you don't play bold against because all it takes is 1 Stone Gaze and you're dead. So, yeah, Medusa beats like high tier characters easily. She has no weaknesses, so she's obviously just gonna completely dumpster Arthur, to no one's surprise.
Alrighty, well, thank you for your time and your feedback and your advice.
Good luck. I am actually hoping you win because I like, that'd be cool, but I just don't see it.
You heard it here from the King Arthur expert.